Hello everybody, it is your boy Reaper the Car here, and today we have a video on, and yeah, you read the title and possibly the thumbnail, and it is, what if the village never accepted Naruto Uzumaki as one of their own? Meaning basically, this is a scenario on basically like, what if like they never actually got over the fact that the Nine Tails was still inside of Naruto, and he never became the champion of the Hidden Leaf Village, and by extension, the world. And let's start off by the beginning. And I mean the very beginning, with the birth of Naruto. Now, this story literally starts and ends the same way. The Nine Tails still attacking the village, Minato and Kushina still sacrificing themselves, and Toby's still, getting whooped by Minato, your boy. So we're gonna skip ahead here, and we're gonna skip obviously a few of the events that happened in the literal beginning of the show, because those still happen beat for beat. They're still just like, they still see him as a burden, etc. But now we're gonna move on to something different. Let's gonna start on the tuning exams, and basically this has been over build up of time of basically Naruto fully getting his hatred for the village because they hated him. And this is something Naruto touched upon, like, he actually spoke about this many times. He said that the village hated him, so he hated him right back. But this time, instead of like hiding it with jokes and stuff, he actually showed his turmoil and his hatred for the village for not accepting him and for treating him like trash. And it actually took its toll on Naruto and made him act almost psychotic, or basically something like Gaara, which is why I think this was a good place to set the story in. And Naruto is still being, he's still being examined for the tunings placement test, obviously, and he met Gaara, and their conversation would go a little something like, them both basically acknowledging the fact that they've both been hated, and basically it'll be building a even stronger bond than they already have in the beginning of the series, because now they are completely the same. Their hatred for life in general is basically all the same, and them two actually just develop more of a rivalry. Oh, by the way, there is little Sasuke. Sorry, just had to make this make sense. Yeah, so this one, his true rival is actually Gaara, and his only true friend is Gaara. They both learned to hate so strongly that they actually developed a bond with their mutual hatred for life in general. And then this is where I'm gonna implement Itachi and Kisame into the story. And basically their role is to observe Naruto, because he still has the Nine Tails inside of him, obviously. But now Naruto, instead of relying on his training and skills and stuff like that, he relies on the Nine Tails inside of him. And the Nine Tails actually enjoys his company even more, because the Nine Tails at this point hates anything and everything that is living because of his past, and they always saw him as nothing but a tool, and they never asked him his name, etc. But this one, I'm gonna say that Naruto actually knows Kuruma's name by now, because they've both been hated their entire lives, besides Kuruma and the Six Paths, obviously. But he finally found a person who was bonded with him, figuratively and literally, inside of him. So now they actually work in tandem with one another. And no, we're not doing the fucking golden shit, because let's be real, the creator of Naruto only implemented that because Super Saiyan was getting popular. Like, it literally shows. But no, this is more of a Killer Bee Perfect and Chirurgy type thing. It's not a glowing aura chakra shit like that. No, he relies on his pure hate and his Nine Tails to win fights now, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. So instead of summoning the Toad, he summons the fucking Nine Tails in his fight with basically anyone. But like I said, this is Chunies, so this is where we get into the fact with Neji versus Naruto, and we're gonna leave the story right here, and we'll continue with our next part in the next video.